Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about issue number 1 of Strange Academy, which is a tie-in to the Blood Hunt event, written by Daniel Older. But before we dive into the story, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment to help the channel grow. So with that said, in some of the previous tie-ins, we learned that the vampires are attacking worldwide, and Blade is leading the assault. And one of the first things he did was take Doctor Strange off the table in a physical sense, due to his knowledge of the Montesi formula. Now, the Montesi formula is a spell that could annihilate every vampire alive. So with the Sorcerer Supreme out of commission, the students of the Academy decided to focus their attention on picking up where Strange left off. Now, with that said, this issue opens up with the Academy students on the way to participate in a tour about vampires. And as they are walking, Pia narrates to herself about how she wants to play a game that involves counting how many times she lies to the people that she wants to be best friends with. Now, as they were walking, Pia's first lie was to Doyle about how her familiar couldn't come out during the day. So with that said, as the team followed the tour guide, Doyle asked another question about Pia's familiar, and just like last time, she proceeded to lie again. In fact, to be honest, Pia technically lied twice, because the smile she gave was fake. So as the entire team was distracted by the appearance of Tito Pepeng, SHAYLEE noticed the sun's death. So just like all the other stories in this event, the sky grew dark. And right after she pointed that out, a vampire sprung its attack and bit the tour guide. So with things going down, the vampires surrounded the Academy students and the fight was on. So as things started to heat up, Doyle let out a burst of fire that completely barbecued a vampire. So as the team did all they could to push back the Night Walkers, some members weren't as effective as others. So as GERMÁN was pushed into a corner, Pia was forced to step up and impale a vampire with a shovel. So just as they started to think the fight was over, the team went to Pia's side and welcomed her as a member of their team. So as they started to celebrate their victory, Zoe pointed out how the battle was far from over. And on the next page, we see yet another vampire horde gearing up for another assault. So with the students being completely outnumbered, we fast forward just to see the whole squad crossing the border of the Academy as Voodoo cast a spell to seal the perimeter. So with the team safe, Doyle went on to ask, what was that all about, to which Pi proceeded to lie again, and say she had no idea. So with that established, we jump over to Voodoo's main office within the Academy. And once we was there, Voodoo went on to ask Pia if she could tell him what exactly was going on. Because by his account, this darkness has covered the entire world and the vampires are attacking humans everywhere. And to make things worse, even some of their best heroes have already fallen and thousands of innocent people are probably already dead. So he urges Pia to tell him everything if she knows anything at all about the situation. And in return, she would not be in trouble. But right before she could answer, Dr. Strange's spirit entered the room and told Pia that he needed to talk to Voodoo alone. So as soon as she made her exit, Pia walked directly into the rest of the students as they were eavesdropping from the hallway on their conversation. So with that going down, Dr. Strange fills Dr. Voodoo in on everything that's transpired. Everything ranging from Blade being the leader of a massive vampire army named the Structure, to how they needed to find the Montesi formula. Now this was where Voodoo had to draw the line, because he did not want to kill every vampire alive. But see, Strange was only concerned about the end results and not the casualties. So in order to fulfill his plan, they needed the Darkhold. But with Wanda consuming the essence of the book, Strange was forced to find another route to access the Darkhold's power. So with that said, Strange managed to track down a vague imprint of the Darkhold in the forest of Madripoor. So with the cat out of the bag, the Darkhold was now on the kids' radar. Now the kids didn't exactly know what the book did, but they knew that Strange needed it to save the day. Now the kids were fully aware of Dr. Voodoo's disagreement, but they wrote it off as him not wanting to upset the natural order of things. Now after a little conversation amongst the teammates, they decided to just retrieve the book and bring it back to the Academy and decide later on what they were going to do with it. So with everyone in agreement, they entered the portal one at a time and instantly was transported to the forest in question. So as they exited the gate, the team traveled a short distance and came upon a young child playing in the dirt. So with no additional leads to go off of, the team decided to ask the kid if he knew anything about the Darkhold. Now with that question asked, the boy ended up saying something a little off, because he stated that Agatha always told him this was going to happen. She always told him that people would come looking for it. So with that time being upon them, the boy started to float as ancient letters surrounded him, and in a statement, he revealed himself as being the Darkhold in the flesh. Now with his identity revealed, the team jumps into action, just to be taken down without any real effort. So as everyone was defeated, he casually walked his way over to Pia, just so her familiar could attempt to attack him, but to no success, because with a swat of his hand, he was able to knock it down. So with her friend badly hurt, Pia held her familiar as rage started to fill her heart, until she couldn't stand it any longer, because out of nowhere she dashed towards him with blinding speed, and before the kid could put up a proper defense, Pi bit into the Darkhold's neck. Now right before she did it, she made sure to point out that this was going to happen anyway, but this time she was going to enjoy it. So as she stood over his body with blood dripping from her mouth, this issue of Strange Academy comes to an end. Now with that out there, if you want to stay in the loop about any individual storyline, then how about you hop over to the playlist section down below or in the link cards above to get all caught up on the Bloodhunt event. So with that established, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.